What is going on, buddy? My name is Ciara Lawler. Welcome back to the week of the Heroes for Hire podcast. We are back again talking no movie news this week, Sean. It's it's one of the special movie review episodes. I'm joined as always, by the way, by my best man, Mr. Sean. Me and Sean, how's it going?
I'm good, Connor. For a second I thought you were doing the biggest rug pull of all time and doing weird news this week.
Imagine.
Of all the weeks.
And all the weird news is related to, like, Spider-Man.
But we don't address the spider.
A man in Argentina put the mask on. No, so this is one of our, I would say, spoiler-filled reviews. So, only because we're too dumb to do non-spoilers, right? Let's just put that out there. Sean specifically, he's a gabber.
Sean specifically agrees that Connor is too dumb to not
Very
spoil
good.
stuff.
But, so this is a full-on spoiler review, so if you haven't seen the movie, just a heads up, we'll probably get into that during the next hour or so. And we just want to talk about all the good bits and the bad bits and everything in between. Sean, if somebody wants to support the show, super easy ways to do that before we get into all the good stuff.
Yeah, a bit of admin up top here.
Just a bit of admin up. Everyone, please calm down, okay? Just you can just tell one human being that we exist, of course.
Just the one, please.
Just the one, if you want. Or you could maybe follow us on any of the social medias, or all the links are down below in the description. But most importantly, we have a Patreon, which you can head on over there. And for basically the price of one coffee every month, you get access to a whole bunch of extra movie reviews. Basically the same kind of setup as this review is going to be, but for loads of old superhero movies that they make us watch, even the bad ones.
Especially the bad ones, actually. We did the 90s Captain America movie, which, spoilers, terrible, but I think that's a funny report to listen to.
Yeah, so every month the patrons throw ideas at us, we pick a movie out. I mean, we've already done Catwoman and Batman and Robin and 1990s Captain America, as Sean said last month. We'll run out of bad ones eventually, so I think it's going to come back around.
So there'll be 1 year that we just have good movies for 12
Guardians of the Galaxy.
What?
But that's all over the Patreon. Big shout out to them. It also means that this is completely ad free. There's no promotions or anything like that. It's just basically us chatting.
Just a couple of guys hanging out, and you get to listen.
I suppose, Sean, I think it might be the fastest intro we've ever done because I want to talk about this movie.
We haven't talked about this as friends because we were like, no, we got to save it all for this.
Because what'll happen is we always ruin it all because then we have to repeat what we said.
Yeah, and laugh at the same jokes and go, oh, good point at the same points.
We're not going to tell them this is all scripted, no.
Look, the writers are on strike again. Fuck them.
Sean, I want to start off with one question actually. And I have a bit of trivia. As of today, I did this research 2 hours ago. As of 2 hours ago, what is the box office of Spider-Man Brand New Day?
Because it had like the biggest opening of all time, right?
Yeah.
600 million.
Double that.
$1.2 million.
Add another 100 million.
1.3.
Add another 200 million.
What? 1.5 million dollars.
It's $1.6 billion is what it has made as of 2 hours ago, according to Wikipedia. So it's
holy shit.
It's been out for 7 days.
That's a disgusting amount of money.
To put it bluntly, it just made $1 quadrillion, right? It's just there's so much money. Okay,
it just went gangbusters.
It's just completely gangbusters. We probably should have seen this coming for the sole reason that the first trailer. I found a funny bit of trivia about this. Was the first trailer received? So the record previously was the most views of a trailer within the first 24 hours was Deadpool and Wolverine with 365 million views in 24 hours. This nearly doubled that at 719 million online views in the first 24 hours, the trailer for this movie.
Jesus Christ.
So we probably should have seen this coming, but I think this kind of answers the superhero fatigue question, Sean, because are people fatigued of superheroes, or is Spider-Man just still a separate entity altogether?
I think Spider-Man is a separate entity, but I think people also want to watch good movies. So when a movie comes out and it's like, oh, it's actually really good. more people are trying to see it.
I think people underestimate how famous Zendaya and Tom Holland are these days. I mean, they are in the Odyssey as well. And
that's the thing. And I think there was probably some benefit to that they were on a press tour already. So like, I've been seeing a lot of Tom Holland and Zendaya like in the media.
They're very good at the press tour. They are very good.
Fantastic.
Throwing Jacob Battle on as well, and they can kind of cruise through interviews. They get the links. They do the most search. They're with the puppies. Yeah. They're doing all the good stuff. Okay, and
they're doing hot ones.
They're doing a hot ones. John Bernthal's there as well. But yeah, I think it's a really good press tour. It's made quite a lot of money, and the reason for that is I wanted to bring that up is because we're hearing a lot of the MCU. Sean, I would say the Avengers movie is coming out this year, and you were more excited for this than you were for the Avengers movie.
I'm still more excited for this than I am.
You've
for
already
the
seen
Avengers
this.
Movie. Yeah, I'll see this again. Fuck it.
Which is a fascinating concept because the Avengers is more.
Yeah, but also like, I think the trailer for the Avengers doesn't have the heart of the trailer for this. Even
these movies are always, I think it's kind of we underappreciate how good these movies have been, and I think they get a lot of shit online a lot of the time in terms of people kind of retroactively go back and are like, oh, they're bad. But I think I will die. Homecoming is outrageously good. Okay, I'm gonna die on that hill.
100%, and I think if you think about anything for long enough, I think you're gonna pluck out every flaw that something has. I think it's more important like how you feel watching a movie on the day.
100%. Yeah.
And I love the movies, Connor. So I will.
You love the movies.
I just think it's a nice experience all around.
I'm going to ask you a question. Did you cry during this movie, Sean?
I didn't. Now, I thought I might, and I could see the points where I would, but I had
as a human would have.
I would have, yeah. I'd had kind of a rough couple of weeks. I think I was a little bit emotionally numb, to be honest with you, Connor. Not to get into that on a public podcast. But
another death.
No, touch wood right now.
Please not again.
I can't do it. The black suit, it's still in the wash.
I will say I got a bit teary-eyed when they did the rug pull of putting Peter in Aunt May's spot. I was like, that's perfect. It's
genius, and also how dare you?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, that's exactly how you would write that scene. I should have seen this coming, and I was like, I really appreciate what you're doing here. This is fantastic.
I did get a little. I don't know what the word is. Like, I felt something in my heart when they did the handshake at the end, because I was just like, he's got his boy.
You know what? I didn't mind that. I was like, that's fine.
I thought it was good. I thought it was fun.
There's a whole bunch I want to get into. There's a lot in this. You're the Spider-Man boy of the podcast, so I'm excited to know basically your thoughts on almost everything that occurred here. I would say just outright, I think this movie is excellent.
I think it's great. I think it might be. I think it's certainly my favourite of the Tom Holland Spider-Mans, I think. It's above the Andrew Garfields. It's definitely above Spider-Man 3. I think it might outpace Spider-Man 1 for me.
So what's that left?
Spider-Man 2 is on
Maguire
top.
2, and you've got Spider-Verse 1 and 2?
Oh, I was just going live action.
Okay. You're not throwing Spider-Verse in there.
Oh, I might throw Spider-Verse. Yeah. I think it goes Spider-Man 2, Brand New Day, and then Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse is pretty sick, though.
Spider-Verse is rad.
To be fair.
And then it might be Across the Spider-Verse.
Yes, okay, fair enough. I can see that. And but I think what works with this movie is that you need to have had the third one, No Way Home, to kind of move into this one to figure out what's going, because that's like the emotional core of the movie. So it does this really fascinating thing where it kind of goes off what previously has happened, but I'm not going to say it's a brand new day, but it's like it's like this is its own entity. We're starting again with Spider-Man in the comic book style.
It's a very soft reboot, this whole movie, and I think it benefits from that. Like, it's also, this feels the realest in terms of like this feels like a lived-in, active New York with people in it and things happening.
There is a lot of cameos. There's a lot of people popping up and not popping up, and I think that could have gone very wrong. My first response at the end of this movie was, I have no idea how they landed that plane, because you could have easily turned that into John Krasinski, Reed Richards.
Yes. And I think part of that, there's no character, aside from Jean Grey, none of the supporting cast, it's not their first introduction. Does that make sense? Like, that was the first time we had seen Mr. Fantastic on screen in Multiverse of Madness, and it was like a hey, cheer for this. Whereas it's just like, and they were also, in the marketing, they were like, hey, Hulk is in this, Punisher's in this. Like, Peter just knows these people.
The only one that I felt was a little bit pushed in was Florence Pugh. But I'm also of the opinion that if you could get Florence Pugh into your movie playing Yelena, then I would always get her in the movie playing Yelena, because she's just excellent in that role. Yeah,
it's probably... It's the most out there. It's the most separate of all the cameos.
She shows up, gives plot points for the next exposition, and then he moves on to the next scene.
But I think that scene also does a lot in terms of... I know it's getting kind of memed on, but like the big potato, small potato, like that delineation of what is the Avengers' job and what is Spider-Man's job. I love that we have that laid out. It's like Yelena is like, no, I'm aware of this stuff. You can handle that. I've got other shit to be dealing with.
We have always been of the opinion with Spider-Man, he should be your friendly neighbourhood Spider. He should be the guy who's solving all the small... I love the bit where, is it in Homecoming? He's just giving the old lady directions.
Yes.
That's excellent. Like, he's just in the area trying to his best. And then what always happens is the small problems become bigger and bigger and bigger, and he gets involved in something that's way bigger than him before he even realises it.
And this is the thing with Spidey, is that his scale creeps up of what he is capable of handling, and then they have to knock him back down again. And he's been doing that for 60 years.
Yeah, I think Yelena would be the only one, but I think she works well in coming in to be like, oh, this is not an Avengers problem. We're not helping you with this. And also at that point we don't really know the stakes, because Jean Grey hasn't really been revealed. Also, I said spoilers at the start, so Jean Grey's in this 86 plagues Jean Grey. It's kind of fairly well known.
What do you think of Jean Grey in this movie?
She should have been redeemed so much.
She technically didn't kill anyone.
I mean, that guy got hit really hard by the car.
Oh yeah, look, aside from him.
And how many people got hit by that tank?
Aside from those.
Aside from all of those times that she really definitely harmed people.
I think they're setting up for very strong anti-mutant sentiment in the MCU.
They're going... And look, this movie does a really fascinating way of bringing in the mutant, like the collars or like the dampeners or whatever.
The suppression chip, which like
so
Peter
good.
Parker trying to help himself just fucks up all of mutant kind on accident.
Like Peter Parker,
that's classic.
He's the introduction to all of this, like, and also even the idea of like Peter Parker accessing all the cameras in the city to do like full on surveillance of people's faces, and like it's these things that seem good because we know he's good, but it's not good
in the wrong hands. That's terrifying.
hands. It's a very bad idea. And then you can see the moment when Peter Parker, when some villain further down the line goes, oh, I did this. And Peter's like, I created this entire mess myself, which is very Peter Parker to get kicked in the balls like that.
And like Bruce, I really like the chat he has with Bruce.
Ruffalo is excellent in that scene. Ruffalo's so good in this movie.
He's so good. It's such a shame they're going to write him out and never fucking use him again.
He's also only in it for, I would say, Ruffalo before Hulk, I would say maybe 120 seconds. He has the scene in the classroom, and then just a little bit afterwards when like Ruffalo plays it so well that you know that he knows that Peter's not meant to be there.
But I love how but Ruffalo is still like, I love him as a teacher. Like he's not telling Peter he's explaining, this is how I got to this point with this device. And then Peter starts asking questions and Ruffalo makes him answer it himself.
Yeah.
And he's even like, how would you decide what's a bad mutation? Like, and that's the question. And it's like that one line does so much for the future of
because
these movies.
you have literally the bad mutation. Like, X-Men are all going to come along, and the government are going to be like, we need to stop them. Jean Grey got out of hand, and we can't let that happen again.
I have a theory about the mutants in the MCU as well, because they're starting to pop up. There's going to be the post-Secret Wars reboot, where things are going to be different, and so they'll change what needs to be changed and what works and what doesn't and all that. Do you know how in Secret Wars 1984 they brought the entire city of Denver to Battleworld?
The fact that I'm going to say yes to that question has made me sad, but yes.
To the last 9 weeks of Hero or Zero.
If you missed a recap of the 1984 Secret Wars, I wouldn't go back and listen to it.
No, listen to the other one, 2015. But I think the entire city of New York is going to be transported to Battleworld in this one. And so that's how, like, say, these things can crop up, and some of the other X-Men that are maybe in hide can show up, and then they get to be carried over. And the tracking, the power chips, that technology also gets carried into the new MCU, and then that's how the new
that does make a lot
arises.
of sense. I mean, you have, like, I think with Jean Grey, and Sadie Sink, by the way, just plays her really well. I think they do this interesting thing where we were always of the opinion that there was another villain. Now, look, it's the Department of Defense. Or was it the
Damage Control?
The Damage Control, sorry. The Damage Control. But we were always like, oh, it'll be somebody, Mr. Negative, or somebody was a bigger villain. It's not that. But Jean Grey does a lot of fucked up shit in this, as I said. Like, I think she does. Technically, we don't see anybody die, but it's. I mean, she does definitely really harm a lot of people.
Fucks up a lot of people's minds and brains.
Even if we say she didn't kill anyone, there's a few people that are going to be in hospital for months.
Yeah. But she is. It's Damage Control as villain. The Hand. They just kind of wave away the fact that, like, oh, the Hand works for us now.
But you know what, Sean? I'm going to say something. This is the first movie the Hand have ever been involved in that's good.
It's pretty. Yeah, you're not wrong.
They were 0-3 or something up until this point, and they've suddenly turned it around.
I think Elektra is -10 for them, to be honest.
That's true, actually. Daredevil season 2 when they show up, that's really bad, yeah.
Oh, God, no. No, that fight with the Hand in the Damage Control facility.
Oh!
One of the best fights. This whole movie could be, like, is some of the most gorgeous or interesting camera work the MCU has had.
Well, yeah, look, I think the first thing we want to talk about Tom Holland's a day and all that, but the difference with all this is that Daniel Cretton has come in as director here. Yeah. And he's come in as basically, he did Shang-Chi, he's also done Wonder Man, he was involved in that a lot, and they brought him in to direct this movie as going to be, I suppose, he's going to be directing the new, not generation, but this new version of the Tom Holland movies that they're kind of introducing, that he's out of school and he's like an adult now and he's going to be going into his life, proper Spider-Man comic book stuff. And the word I kept thinking of, regardless if you think this movie is good or bad, I kept thinking of Blade 2, because I was like, this movie fucks.
This movie fucks.
Now, there's no critique or critical analysis that I can give to sums that up, but I was like, as someone who is not cool, I was like, this movie has the sauce.
It's got vibes, you know?
There's good vibes.
It completely mugs the other Spider-Man movies.
I don't know what any of that means, but what I do mean, all I kept thinking was like, I can't put it into words, but it's just cool, alright? And it's just, I don't know why it is, because there's so many shots that he puts you directly into the action.
Yeah.
That is just like, why did nobody else ever think of doing this?
It's in the trailer, but the shot of his eye.
And he puts out all the music and it's just the breathing.
Yeah, and he's completely quiet apart from the breathing. And he's completely just nonplussed by, like, plummeting to the ground.
Yeah.
Also, this movie made one of the best decisions they've ever made with a Spider-Man in live action, which is you can kind of see through the eye lenses.
Oh, they took away the eye lenses.
Yeah, so they don't, like, move around and
yes,
like, mechanically change. you can see his eyes a little bit through it, and that's all it needs.
And Tom Holland is amazing, and this is a very niche skill. He's really good at acting under a mask. He's just really good at it.
Because I think there's a way to where like you give nothing or you overact it, but it's completely normal.
Normally he does the overacting with the body, which you kind of need to do, where he's like pointing and he's moving his arms, and he's like, and then when he's turned with his hips. He's like, what's going on over there? What's going on over there?
But I love how, like at the start of this movie, before the powers start coming in, how effortless being Spider-Man is for him.
Yeah, it's nothing.
It's just, it's second nature.
He is Chris Pine in Spider-Verse.
Yes, yeah, he's if it wasn't for, and he's not living life as Peter Parker, but Spider-Man is flawless. Spider-Man is perfect at his job.
And I think the movie does a really great job of setting that up, that like it's not really heavy-handed to say, look, he's getting sad and sad and sad. You see, like, he's excellent. He's really good. They don't do the Tobey Maguire thing where he's like really down and out and everyone is really disappointed in him, because he just literally doesn't interact with anybody. No. And he just goes about his life completely, I would say, alone and lonely. But through that, he's like, I'm excelling at everything I'm doing currently, but I'm empty. Weirdly.
Yeah, and it kind of goes back to like Garfield's Spider-Man in No Way Home. He's like, we don't really have time for Peter Parker stuff. It's like he's on that path.
Yeah, the same kind of logic of, and you see him, and they do the rogues gallery of like, and all the comic book covers of him like catching people. It's just excellent stuff. I
flashes out like this is what he's been doing for 4 years,
and the voiceover was just like, Spider-Man has caught every head person in all of the 5 boroughs, that like any criminal. Spider-Man's the greatest man who's ever lived. He's saved us non-stop, and you're just like, wow, everything's going great. And you just see him buying the flowers for Aunt May. Go every single day is the same. He's just going through the motions as Peter Parker to get to Spider-Man.
Exactly, yeah. And like he never takes a day off. He never takes a break. He's he has the tracker. Like he's always on the job.
Yeah, and it always just pops up. Oh, there's another crime. Oh, there's another crime.
I'll go fix that. I'll go fix that. I'll go fix that.
Yeah. And like, it does a really good job of building that world of... And look, I think in the current environment of like the male loneliness thing of like, you gotta be an alpha man, you gotta stick by yourself. Like, it's a cool place to kind of go into, to like, he's Spider-Man. He should be... He's excellent. Like, he's done everything that but he's never going to be happy doing things that way.
Yeah. He says a line to May's grave towards the end, and it's like, I think you'd be happy to know I've decided not to do this alone anymore.
Yeah,
like he's choosing to have a life and to have friends.
It was actively very Peter Parker to be like, I'm not going to talk to them. And to start the movie with him reading out his speech that he would have said to them out of his little coffee cup that he's kept for 4 years. You had that time hop montage, a really interesting way to do it. That like, they build it through him watching the stories with Ned and MJ, and like seeing them, our second semester, we're here for a third semester. And like, you see them changing, and he's constantly just on the outside looking in.
Literally, he's has his hand on the window looking in the glass at him. Like, yeah, it's this movie, the same as like what I liked about Thunderbolts. I like the message of like, hey, lean on the people around you. And that scene where it's him and Ned and MJ building Lego in the apartment,
amazing,
perfect. One of my favourite pieces of Spider-Man media that's ever been filmed.
A little thing that nobody probably knows this is that whenever we do movie reviews, as I'm writing out what's happening in the scenes, and I'm like, I'm not full on report, but like I might have like a tank scene. Okay, that's all you need. Right? I know, I've seen it, I know what happens in it. But in this movie, I normally, if something's really good, and this normally would happen like maybe once or twice in a good movie, I'll put a little star beside it to be like, that's really good, right? Talk about that. This movie has, as far as I can see, 6 stars. and one of them has 2 stars, which is the Aunt May, Jean Grey, Peter Parker swap around scene. And he's like, you're not alone. you have me. And it's just, I really love the idea of like swapping Aunt May out and Peter moves into the Aunt May role for somebody else.
Yeah, but that's also Peter accepting that like May was right.
Yeah.
Like, and he's now taken that on board, and he's like, listen, I can do this.
And one of the one of the stars that I have is the trio hanging out. Just, I think it's an excellent scene. You immediately build that part of of course they're best friends. It's clearly obvious why they were best friends.
And Ned leaves the room, and because MJ knows at this point, and Peter's just like, this is the most fun I've had in years.
Yeah, because it's the most fun. And you feel his sadness.
Yeah, it's like, that's all. And she draws him with the mask off.
Yeah.
He's fucking, it's so good, man.
Because he's not Peter, he's not Spider-Man, he's a person.
That's Peter and Ned hanging out, not Spider-Man and Ned.
This movie does a great job of kicking you in the balls, right? So Peter Parker's always getting kicked in the balls, but it kicks us in the balls a few times, metaphorically balls.
So I know what it's like to be in his balls.
So I want to talk about Zendaya playing MJ, playing Jean Grey.
That might be the cruelest scene in this movie.
Isn't that the worst thing ever?
It's horrendous because he's so happy for a second.
Tom Holland's acting in that scene is so good that, there's a part of you that knows. Like, yeah. And also it's very MJ that she has a boyfriend, so like it's very unlike her to just start kissing this random person because she doesn't know him at this point. But it's how you would write it if it was a worse movie.
A worse movie, she remembers him then and there.
Through the kiss, through love's first kiss.
And and part of you wants that.
Oh, that's the reason, because they're so nice together.
Yeah, and they're married in real life as well. But seeing him at the party sad. Lads.
When he does that scene where he's hanging in the air and he's just falling. Yeah. And you're like, oh my God.
You've been there.
Well, not specifically there.
No, not halfway down.
I wasn't swinging across New York. But yeah, the bit when, like, because Tom Holland's reaction is of one of like a puppy. Of like pure, and he's floods of tears, and he's like, I love you so much, I've been hiding it, I've been bottling all this up, oh my God, this is the happiest thing ever, and then it's just the moment when Jean, like, that is the worst thing that's ever been done to him. That's
like everything.
Really, that's he should, for him to forgive her after that is
a big move.
He's a better man than me.
The two things. There's a great lighting switch when Jean Grey leaves Zendaya's head and the lighting on her face goes from like red to blue. And she does, as it moves, like she does, you see the panic enter her eyes.
Yeah.
And phenomenal.
Jean Grey throws her off a building and he lands and saves her. And obviously you have that moment. And then he's just calling out to be like, don't hurt her, somebody help.
Yeah.
And because he can't even fight at that stage, he's like, please just leave us alone.
Because his whole brain just exploded, essentially.
He's not even like Spider-Man at that point. He's just like, please just leave me alone. This is the worst thing ever.
I love when they're talking later as well, because I love how MJ isn't an idiot in any of these movies.
No. I would say this is the strongest MJ.
Yeah.
Ned doesn't really get much look in, but it's really strong MJ Peter story.
Yeah. So, and she's like, we knew each other. Like, you were at the school trip. You were in Italy. Like, she's putting all of this together. It's like, I know Spider-Man somehow.
And it's genuinely so heartbreaking because she doesn't mean it in a bad way. But when they throw in the line that he's like, I love you so much. And she's like, I don't know who you are. I don't love you because I literally don't know who you are.
She's just stating fact of like, there's no malice in it. It's just, I don't love you.
She's not being mean. She's like, I can't remember you.
And she sees how upset this makes. And she accepts that all of the spell stuff happened.
Yeah. But she can't change her memories.
No. Like, that her memories were changed by
and then for him to swing her home.
Yeah.
So Spider-Man.
I really love I really like Frank Castle in this, I gotta be honest with you.
It's probably the strongest Frank Castle in a while. I've been a bit out on the old Frank for a little while.
Yeah, I think it's character-wise, it's a lot at the minute.
Yeah, and I think Jon Bernthal is excellent. I love Jon Bernthal. I'm just like, I've had my fill of Punisher for a little bit. He's very sad.
He's very, very sad. But this one, I think giving him Spider-Man to bounce off works better than, in this particular scenario, better than having Daredevil in that same scene.
Yeah.
Frank's whole thing with Daredevil is like, you do exactly the same shit I do, but you have a moral high ground because you stop an inch from killing someone. Whereas Spider-Man enters every fight being like, no one's dying. We're just fixing this. And Frank respects that a hell of a lot more. And
also you have, and I think they work really well. Their chemistry is excellent.
Just as actors.
They've known each other for years and years at this stage. So I think they're just really good. And you have Grumpy Frank, and then you've got Peter who's trying to survive. And the bit when he's like, we're the same. Peter's like, me and you are the same. And he's like, we aren't the fucking same. You're an idiot. Like, if I could spend one more second with the people that I love, the reason why I like this is because they're dead. The people you love are not dead. You've done this to yourself. It's self-inflicted containment.
Yeah, he's like, if the people I loved are out there, you think I'd be hiding behind a mask? And he says about himself, he's like, this isn't a choice, this is a sentence.
Yeah. And
it's just, great, Frank.
I think it's just an excellent use of, and we talked about the cameos and that, like, Yelena's in there, and I would say, like, with Black Widow, I'd say she's the most shoehorned in. You could have gotten away with not using her, absolutely fine, but I think Frank is really perfect in this. And I was interested to know how they were going to fit him into the Spider-Man world and how they were going to fit him into a PG-13 movie, if you will. And
I like that, like, it's off screen, but they have this shared history of how Spider-Man saved Frank.
And Staten Island.
Staten Island. I have two Frank bits. When he shows up and Peter's like, no, Frank, you can't, the Hulk is here, this is way above what you're capable of. And Frank, to his credit, is like, oh fuck, I'm acting this is bad.
They treat Frank with the right level of, he's basically a nuclear bomb, but he's a complete liability.
Yes.
Like, he's there with guns, but he's a liability, he can't be trusted. He's basically the Hulk, but like on a much very smaller version of the Hulk.
Exactly. And I really love in the hospital scene at the end.
Yes.
I love just their little... Frank has stopped anyone from entering that room. Frank sees him without his mask off. He doesn't care. Yeah. Frank says, just walk out. I'll put on... I did think when Frank was like, I have a plan, I thought he was going to have Daredevil up on the roof doing flips in the mask.
That would have been so funny. No, I think their scene in the hospital is so good. It's so heartwarming, and you have the like mirror from Spider-Man 2 with Maguire when he's like, "You're just a kid, like you're just doing this. You're good." And I think you're absolutely right. Like with Matt Murdock, he's like, "You're not fucking good. You're the same as me, you idiot. You're a psychopath too."
Yeah. You're the same as me, but you think you're better,
which is worse. Whereas Peter's like, "Oh, we can all be friends." But I love that bit with Hulk when he shows up and when Peter's like, "This is the fucking Hulk," and immediately Frank's like, "Oh, jeez, I'm fucked."
Oh no.
And then he's like, "We'll split up and I'll go after Jean Grey." And Peter's like, "Is that because you don't want to fight the Hulk?" And he's like, "Yeah, well,
yeah, of course.
Obviously." Why would I have to fight the Hulk?
So good to see a Savage Hulk again.
What did you think? I thought that entire scene was excellent.
I thought it was fantastic.
The damage control action set piece is really, really good. It's the build up of Peter shows up. You have that bit with Jean Grey, and there's the banging in the background, and we both know what it is. Like everyone kind of knows because she had said previously, "Oh, where's the school or where's the university?" And then she's on her way there to sit off. So you're like, "Oh, he's getting Scarlet Witched again." All right. And so you hear the banging and Peter shows up and it's Professor Hulk first time around.
Yes.
And they're still getting the shit kicked out of them. And then suddenly he turns back into Bruce and they're like, "Oh, it's solved." And Bruce is just like, "She's after snapping something in my brain that it's no longer going to be Professor Hulk. You need to get the fuck out of here."
And he knows he's on a timer to like turning into an absolute atom bomb of danger.
It's been 8 years since we've seen that Hulk.
Wild, considering it's the best version.
The last time we seen him was he was getting fucked up by Thanos.
Yeah, and he gets sent to Earth, and then we never see him again. I love also when he's like, Peter's handing him the chip, and he's like, "It's this inhibitor. It's universal." And Bruce, there's 2 seconds of a look, and Bruce realizes, "Oh, this is the kid. This is who I was talking to."
Yeah. And then you also have the bit where he's trying to put it on it, but the Hulk's skin is too strong and won't allow it to happen, which is just like a great bit. And that fight is excellent. The best part of it is they hang a lantern on the Shocker's punch thing earlier in the movie, and then Peter finds it and is like, "Oh, I'll use this on Hulk." And when he goes to swing it, the Hulk just immediately crushes it. And you're like, "Oh, Shocker is like 10 rungs below Hulk."
Yeah. Imagine Shocker taking on the Hulk.
Like, Hulk is stronger than everybody. Like, you're done.
Spider-Man takes a sniper round to the chest.
He does, yes. That's very to be fair, with Spider-Man is the interesting thing is I never feel in danger of him dying. Yeah. I'm always like, it's Spider-Man. He's going to heal.
But I love the touch of like Jean Grey breathed for
keeping him alive.
Yeah. That's such... Okay, look. Jean Grey, objectively, should have stopped that bullet with her mind. I get she had other things going on at the time.
She's a bit distracted.
Feel she should have been able to do it. I think it's good how she just like went from, "Oh, you have a 33-foot radius" to, "Oh, she's like comic book Jean Grey." Like, just full power straight away.
Yeah, I think...
Because that means Professor X has to come in and be like, "Hey, you need to learn how to use this."
Because Professor X has to have that conversation with her where he's like, "Hey, I could do that too, but I don't."
Yeah.
Now, do you think they'll do the thing where he puts like a fucking dampener on her powers and all that storyline and all that stuff?
Oh, who knows? Would they?
Yeah.
I think it's more interesting if... I don't think that's as interesting. It's a good way to show Professor X being a dickhead, which I do appreciate.
Yeah, it's true.
Which also, we got a bunch of X-Men castings recently.
We did, yes, and that'll probably, we'll talk about that next week a little bit, but Samara Weaving is coming in.
Yeah.
So
Kate Connor as Cyclops looks great.
Yeah, like I think it's really good. I think it's really excellent stuff. There's just so many good performances. Like, I would say this is Holland. I'm trying to think. Holland is excellent in all these movies.
He really is.
I don't think he's great in other movies, but I think he's excellent as Spider-Man.
I think he's nailed Spider-Man in this one. I think there's really, really good stuff in all the other ones. But I think this one might just be the most consistently written he's been across a whole film.
And this was because they had time. Because Tom Holland said, "I'm going to shoot the Odyssey. We're pushing all of this back until we get the script right," which is very on MCU-like. Yeah. And they were like, "We're going to do this right." And first of all, he was like, "I'm not coming back. We've done 3 and we're out." And the only reason I'll come back is if the script is fucking excellent.
Yeah, and they would change stuff. Like, if it wasn't working, he would be like, "We're not just going to keep filming and figure it out. We'll write some new stuff, then we'll go back and film."
Yeah.
I really hope they take that lesson from this. I really, really hope that they carry it on. $2.6 billion.
No, 1.6 billion, but still quite a lot of billions.
That was 2 hours ago. It could very well be 2.6.
It's probably gaining $1 billion a second at this point.
It's nuts, man.
Like, if you were Kevin Feige, you're like, "Oh, we're back in it."
Yeah. This is like pre-COVID money they're making.
This is when people liked superhero money.
Yeah.
All right. And this is real big. This is big boy stuff. So I'm interested to know how they come out with this. But also you have the fact that this is Spider-Man. It's a different thing altogether because Spider-Man is Spider-Man, regardless.
Yeah. And like, coming off of a movie where like the last Spider-Man movie had 3 Spider-Men in it and it was this massive hyped thing. That obviously helped a little bit.
Was the last MCU movie Fantastic Four?
Was it? I think it was.
I think it might have been. I would say that was not received quite well.
No. That, and I said that movie's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. And
bordering on disappointing.
this
I would
is the
say.
38th film in the MCU, by the way.
So and it's made billions. Like,
And that's what I'm talking about. Is it because if you make a good movie, people will go see it? Or if you make a good Spider-Man movie, people will definitely go see it.
yeah, like Spider-Man has being Spider-Man in his back pocket at all times. Like a Spider-Man movie will just make money.
Yeah.
But this one I think you can call it good without having any reservations. You know?
I was normally with these reviews is I would not write down a few negatives.
Yeah.
And the only negative I could think of was the whole arachnid human video game style fucking bars that are there. That is literally just there so that the audience can kind of be like, oh, okay, we're up on this one and down on this one.
Yeah.
And he's got like the high tech stuff that's in the apartment, and you're like, oh, how did he get all that? But I would have liked it if they made it look a little bit more rundown as an apartment. He still had the technology, but it looked more thrown together by things that he'd found.
That's it. Yeah, it feels very designed, and not like, hey, he found a monitor.
It feels Tony Stark, and I don't want to feel Tony Stark. I think it's introduced in Civil War. Like, he's a dumpster diver for like old printers or old VCRs or whatever. You bring that in, have him be in that asbestos apartment and have built this whole entire computer from scraps in a cave with a box of scraps or whatever.
That's it. And even imagine, it's like, imagine what he could do with more. But it's like, this is all he needs to be
because I think it's too fancy for where we're going with this Peter Parker. He's meant to be like the poorest man in the world.
Yeah, I would have. Look, I don't think it doesn't break it for me at all. I think it would have been interesting to see how Peter gets money in this.
I think you solve this entire problem by, in the next movie or in the next time we see him, he's selling photos of Spider-Man to J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, I think that works perfectly.
It answers all the questions in this movie. If it's just like, oh, I'm selling them on the site.
True, and also like for whatever money he gets at that point, he's not doing any Peter Parker stuff. Like,
no, so he never goes anywhere. So he's literally just paying for the apartment.
Yeah, which is riddled with asbestos, so probably pretty cheap.
I mean, there's that's probably the only thing that I could find that I was like, it's a bit on the nose to include that so people can get it. My question, Sean, is how did you feel about Arachnid Peter?
I thought they were going to go further with it. I'm on record as saying that.
Yes.
Apparently there was a dream sequence where he grew a load of arms, but they cut it.
They were doing Man Spider.
Yeah, which I would have loved to see. I really like how they handle how they portray like the sensory overload and I love how horrified he is by the organic webs.
The obvious jizz comparisons, yes.
Absolutely.
Because he's becoming a man, Sean, you see.
I see, Connor.
Very good.
That'll be me one day. But I love, like, he has to be like, web, release.
And even when he's swinging MJ home after that really sad scene, he's just really quietly going, web, release, web, release.
And like, the aggression. There's a bit in Superior Spider-Man where Doc Ock takes control of Peter's body, and he doesn't know that Peter pulls his punches, so he punches Scorpion's jaw off. And I thought we were leading up to that, but I like how he just nearly kills some police officers.
Yeah, no, I think it's a really well done that he's like, he can't control, he's trying to dampen it.
And he knows he's in the wrong.
Rather than tackle what's causing the problem, his first solution is, well, I just dampen the entire thing. I just get rid of it, and then it won't be a problem. And instead of being like, well, what if I just face it? I just accept it, that I'm really lonely. And
I think that's the key of, like, in that fight in Damage Control with the hand, that's when he accepts it as well.
Yeah.
And that's when he accepts all the May stuff, and he accepts that you can't do this all alone. And that's what makes him stronger. Is just accepting,
and he becomes basically just fucking unstoppable at that point.
Oh man, like it! I love the black eyes as well. I wish that kind of stuck around a bit.
I think the fight scene, I mean that whole fight scene with the hand is so good.
There's a bit where he's fighting and he's punching and he's kicking someone and he flips and sticks to the roof, and the camera twists, and he keeps fighting and walking.
I
lost my
like,
fucking mind in the cinema.
I was like, Destin, you didn't need this much sauce.
You didn't have to cook this hard, Destin.
Why are you doing this?
You'd already put in the work.
The best compliment I can ever give a movie is at least 4 times out. Fuck off.
Yeah. How dare you?
How dare you make me feel things? This is so good.
It's great. Like, it's genuinely great.
I want to talk about something else, Sean.
Okay.
Firstly, might relate to that. I think it's very video game. It's inspired by the video game.
Yes.
And he does so many video game moves in the movie. And I think Destin clearly just was playing the video game. Was like, why don't we just do a movie with this?
Why wouldn't you do that? Because all of that movement looks great. It's very comic accurate.
Yeah.
And also, all of the rigs and models are already made.
Well, when he did the big stomp, and
yeah.
I think he does the big stomp, but one's just like, oh, fuck, here we go.
And I like, he's like webbing people, he's like swinging and webbing people to walls and using them as counterweights and shit like that. Like, it's very fluid, this whole...
And so Spider-Man is when he's doing the stretching scene that we seen in the teaser.
Yeah.
And he's like, you guys stretch, just gotta stretch. And he's like, okay, here we go. That whole fight scene where he's like talking shit as he's beating the shit out of all of them. It's just, I mean, it's excellent. It's just really good stuff. It's a comic book come to life of what Spider-Man is.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about that because the fight scenes are just outrageously good. The performances are outrageously good. Sean, I want to talk about something that is its own character. The fucking suit.
Oh. I thought you were going to say the city of New York.
Not the city. You mess with one of us. You mess with all of us.
The suit. I like the suit.
I like it. I think it's fucking excellent.
No. Oh. Excellent, you say?
Excellent. I think it's outrageous. It's not Amazing Spider-Man 2, but I think it's second.
I think it's I do think it's second. Yeah, I think so. The eyes are maybe my favourite decision they made on this.
And the eyes come out really good in that fight with the Hulk when he's pinning them down. You can see Peter Parker like staring at him like it's
like
me
pleading. It's like and Hulk does seem to recognise him
because Hulk remembers, as we were talking about.
Hulk always remembers. No, like, it's a great suit. I don't love the mechanical web shooters on it. They feel like just like, here's a grey thing you stick on your wrist. I like when you can see like the button and shit like that. But that's very picky.
That's very picky. But I see what you're saying. I do. I like
it when it looks like he made them.
Yeah.
As opposed to those just look like pieces they found.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I was like, this suit was outrageously good. The biggest compliment I can give it is I was like, Amazing Spider-Man is the best, but I was like, that's pretty close.
Yeah,
to be fair.
It feels real and like it's not, it's not
like all of the other Tom Holland suits are dog shit. So like,
Iron Spider sucks. The Civil War suit, there's no wrinkles at all in that fucking thing.
No Way Home with the black sides. I'm blue sides all the way, man. Come on, what are we doing?
Yeah. And then Night Monkey can fuck right off.
Yeah, I think this is time. It's just so far above everything else.
Yeah.
That I'm just like, yeah, this is excellent. The swinging, by the way, the Destin Taylor Creighton does this thing where he, very early on and often in this movie, if Spider-Man is swinging, we're swinging with him in a first-person look of what it looks like. And I just think it's so small to do that, but I'm like, yeah, this is just throwing extra cherries for no reason on top of the big cake you're giving me.
Yeah, because I think that, like, when you're swinging with him, you're seeing the story from Spider-Man's point of view, which you want to be in this. Whereas I think if you're like just watching him swing across the screen, it's like you're on the ground and being like, hey, that's what Spider-Man's doing. So it just gets you a bit closer to like what Tom Holland is acting.
I just think there's so many scenes in this movie where I was like, there was no need to go that hard, but you did, and I respect that.
Yeah.
I came out of this and I said it to my wife, I was like, this felt like a comic book come to life that shouldn't have worked, but they nailed the landing somehow. Of all these cameos, and people are just popping up, and there's this person here, there's this person, Punisher's here, and Hulk's here, and here's Black Widow, and Jean Grey with the X-Men is somehow here as well, and we're just like figuring it out as we go along. And you get to the end, you're like, that was so much neater than I expected any of that to be, because you also have all the stuff with MJ and Ned and the memory loss intertwined.
Yes, it's quite a tight story, and there's nothing left dangling at the end of any of this. And it also doesn't heavily set up anything else, you know? Like, the mutant stuff is there.
It doesn't. Like, you have the X-Men, obviously, and Punisher's there, but Punisher could just disappear now. Like, Punisher's not vital. Hulk is probably a dangling thread, but that's fine. Hulk can be the nuclear bomb option that goes away and comes back.
He's sent off to the psychiatric hospital kind of thing.
Yeah, and I just think I think you're right. I think that in terms of trades, I think it does a really good job of somehow bringing them all together, and you have the bit at the end where he walks out of the hospital and you have all the people there cheering him on. The little kid is there. And it's just like a really nice moment. Like, oh, you're not alone. Like, you have all of these people that they love you unconditionally.
I saw people comparing that to like the Spider-Man protests that happened in No Way Home. And it's like that, because he remembers those.
Yeah.
So must feel really great to be like in the crowd and everyone's cheering.
And I also think that it works better because he's probably thinking, when he thinks of New York, he thinks of those protests.
Yes.
And that's why he's like, oh, I just got to keep going as myself. Don't even listen to anybody. Don't talk. I'm not Peter Parker. Yeah. So I just keep being Spider-Man. Just one more day. Just wake up tomorrow and just do the same thing again. Here we go.
It's so good. And then after the credits, there is a little teaser for Secret Wars, feels like. So the Spidey tracker goes off into space and said possible Spider-Man sighting.
True. I don't think he's in...
he's not in Doomsday.
He's not in Doomsday. So he's in Secret Wars.
Yeah. Because I guess Doomsday is like, the Avengers are handling that. That's one of the big potatoes.
Yeah. Or that could be Tobey Maguire.
I think Tobey Maguire could be in Doomsday.
I think he could be beeping on the thing.
Oh, you think he could be the one in space? Why
is it beeping, by the way? Surely it's not based off sightings.
I don't think the spider tracker in the end credits is diegetic. I don't think it exists in the universe. I think that's for us.
Good stuff.
Or it's Myles.
I'd love it to be Myles.
Because I have a thing, Secret Wars, and then the reboot's going to happen, and Peter Parker's going to want to retire. And because he's nice, MJ gets all of her memories back. He's nice to whatever being has all the power, the Molecule Man-esque person.
Yeah.
And I think Myles is going to swing off as Spider-Man, being like, Peter, you can retire and live your life. And then MJ is going to say to Peter, and Peter feels conflicted about it. And then MJ says to Peter, face it, Tiger, you just hit the jackpot. And that's the scene in my head. I don't know if
I can seize a day as MJ saying that, but I mean, yes.
But MJ says it.
It's true. That is technically no, absolutely. I can see all that happening. I think Marvel realize what they have with this. I think hopefully they have to at this stage. They're like, this is the money cow. Like, we did fucking Captain America. Like, the recent one wasn't great. The script was awful. They fucked that one up. Fantastic Four was middling. Yeah. Thunderbolts solid, pretty good. And then they're like, oh, well, at least we always have break glass in case of emergency. Tom Holland's Zendaya Spider-Man movie, where, like, even if it's alright, even if it's a Spider-Man 2, Far From Home, you're like, well, the standard of quality there is still pretty strong.
Yeah, even the worst of those is still real good.
Because you still have Mysterio and Jake Gyllenhaal killing it as Mysterio, and, like, it's so good.
I did see a thing, and it was a tweet, and it was Tom Holland has been in the top 4 opening weekend movies of all time, and it's Brand New Day, No Way Home, and then Infinity War and Endgame. And someone was like, hang on, so has Jacob Batalon.
He's the real sauce.
He's the real sauce in this.
The CEO of Six.
People keep asking him about that, and he's like, I don't understand it, but it's funny.
I think it just, like, I don't think there's a weak member of the cast. And Trammell Tillman, by the way, playing the shithouse. Excellent.
Fucking kills it. I love that.
So evil.
It's just so shit. I love also, he's like, they're like, what's VMAX? And he's like, I genuinely don't know.
Oh, the reveal of VMAX, by the way, is really good. When
It's a
Jean
real,
Grey
like-
looks up and you realise it's the fucking vent, and it's the last thing her sister seen before she died.
And and it's not like she's taken off to some prison or she's just gone.
And he killed her. And just...
That's the last thing she ever saw.
Awful.
And like, the rage in Sadie Sink is amazing.
At that point you're like, she should definitely kill all those people. 100%. They did the naked gun room reveal. I enjoyed that.
That's always fun. That's always a good one. There is a thing where, like, MJ is on the roof at one point playing with the necklace that
yes,
Peter
at the
gave
end,
her.
yeah.
So I wonder if some of those memories starting to creep back.
It is very... see, at the same time, though, I love that scene when she finishes reading the letter in Punisher's boat or his house, and Tom Holland's just like giving it his all, being like, I love you so much, you don't have to say it back, but like, I feel so strongly about you and I literally think you're the best person that's ever lived. And she's like, I don't know who you are, and it's just the worst and best thing ever, and it's such a Spider-Man situation to be in. Unless Ned is like, oh, I remember him now, you should too.
Yeah. And there's that scene where, like, she's in the bed and he's working on the fucking inhibitor chip. And, like, she goes to get down and he's like, wait, let me put my mask on. And that's very Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, but he just wants to be close to her.
And the fact that, like, immediately she's like, oh, my boyfriend thinks I'm withholding. And he's like, yeah, I'm pretty withholding too. And you're just like, well, the chemistry just, like, fired off. Because, I mean, obviously.
Yeah. You can't turn that shit off.
So, like, I think it's just... They've kind of hit the jackpot here. They can do, and now they're in a really strong position where Tom Holland will not come back for bad movies, which is an interesting concept to be in. He has them over a barrel.
He really does, and also I love how Tom Holland like called Bob Iger and was like, "Please let us keep making Spider-Man movies," and Bob Iger was like, "Fine." And now Tom Holland is like, "We're only going to make good movies," and so Marvel was like, "Fine." So it's just like he's just consistently been saving the day
because they know they need him. Because if they say anything, he just literally points to the box office. Do you see that, lads? That's fucking me.
Yeah. That's me. That's my wife.
and maybe a little bit of Jacob.
The CEO of sex.
Also, Michael Giacchino does the music in this. I thought the music was absolutely excellent. These movies always do a really good job of having a soundtrack that reflects the vibe that they're going for.
There's a Tim Palace song in this as well, which rocks.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's so good. I think that's for this week's movie review, Sean. I don't really have anything else.
No, I think that's about it. Would you like me to take us out, Connor?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Thank you everyone for listening to this episode of the Heroes for Hire podcast. We will be back on Friday with an episode of Hero or Zero, and next Monday with another episode of the show. Big thank you to everyone over on Patreon, patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. A link to that is in the description. Everyone over there, absolute legend, helps us keep making the show, helps keep ads off of it, and you also get a shout out, and I'll read whatever you write your name down as. So, thank you to Róisín and Baby Ben Palmer, Ryan Kamatsu, Dozer Enthusiast Evanson, Veteran of the Secret War, Hail God King Doom, David Clarke, Dominic, Anna Kamatsu, Dozer Hjelmroos, Danny McLaughlin, Lordsmish, I'm Trapped Here, This Is Home Now, Ed Ball, Connor and Lorraine are back from an odyssey of a journey and are excited for a brand new day of movie nonsense. Russ, thanks for answering my question, Pirate Boy. Could you stop corrupting your audio files, Parfit? Never. Liz had a few too many on St. Paddy's Day and tipsily subscribed to the Patreon. Ciara Lawler, Judge Leahy, Call Me Komatsu the way I be dozing at work. Johnny Ray, Hunter Harvard the Texas Ironman. Lisa wants to know how the fuck Marvel fumbled making a Blade movie with Mahershala Ali.
Good question.
We're as clueless as anyone. We'll talk about it next week. Justin, we named the monkey Jack Bowman, Joe Reid, John NeSmith, Ted Sullivan, Jeff Scroger, the Fueled by Nostalgia podcast, Charlie Smith, Logan Merriman, Yinzer Ghost has a black costume now, Pete Moon's Canvas, Nonchalant Nome, Janus, #1 Man-Bat fan Simonsen, Callum Burcher, Myles Crossland, David Leffler, Don Cinnamon, Rogue Codex, One Dancer Goose, Rich, I was told there would be snacks Cameron, Paul B and thepullbox.com, Harry Weston, and CF30. Thank you all for your support. We really appreciate it. That list is long. That list is long, folks.
Yeah. It's funny though.
It's great fun. Everyone enjoys it. Sincerely, thank you all. We really, really appreciate it. All the other socials are linked below. But the best way to ever out the show is to tell one human being that we exist.
So I've been Conor Lawler.
I've been Sean Meehan.
I'll see you all next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.